What's happening, guys? Will from Revolutionary Lifestyle Design.com. Coming to you today to talk about how to organize your place as a minimalist. If you follow me and you follow my stuff, you know that I am a hardcore minimalist. I have under 150 things that I own, and I highly recommend you do the same. I would recommend you check out my articles, how to become a hardcore minimalist. You can see the video, the audio on that as well. And on how to organize your life, I use the Wunderlist task app for that. And in the 3 articles that you can find on my site under lifestyle, I will show you how to organize your place, organize your life, and become a hardcore minimalist. That's it. You only need to read 3. You only need to listen to 3 of these videos. You can have this shit handled for the rest of your life. And this works anywhere in the world for any type of lifestyle in the world. I did this originally when I was in Toronto. I got my stuff to 150 things. And it made a massive difference in the quality of my life because my things don't own me anymore. And I can pick up and literally move anywhere I want in the world anytime. I moved from Toronto to Thailand last year. Put all my stuff in one big suitcase. Rolled it up, on wheels, rolled it to the airport. That was it. I can do that again right now. I can go live anywhere in the world right now. And that is an amazing sense of power to have at your fingertips. It is also incredibly easy to manage having that little amount of stuff. So it makes organizing your place incredibly easy, assuming you follow the 4 things that I'm going to break down for you today. So basically, the way this works is if you're the average guy, your place is a mess, okay? If you're below average, it's a hellhole, like my place was when I was 20. When I was 19, 20, I was living away from home for the first time in my life. I was at university. I was smoking weed all the time, eating a horrible diet, and my place looked like a prison. My room had clothes everywhere, had dirty dishes from last week, roaches, like blunt roaches everywhere. Absolutely disgusting. And after like a year, maybe a year and a half of living like that, I got home one day and I was so disgusted with myself. I vowed never, ever, ever again will I live like that. And that was the start of my, not just organizational journey, that was the start of my hardcore personal development journey. I got to a point of pain where I realized I had to make a change, and I was never going back to that way of life that I used to live. And I never have, by the way. I've been organized since. And this is where you need to get to. You need to get serious about it, okay? You need to be serious about your personal development. If you're not, you can just stop listening right now because you're not going to change. You're not going to get organized unless it's a serious priority for you. And the reason why organization should be serious for you is you cannot become self-actualized and you cannot become serious and successful in your personal development goals if you're not organized, okay? There are no successful people who are not either organized or pay people to be their assistants who are organized. It is impossible because the amount of you're going to be doing 5 or 6 times the amount of stuff the average guy's doing, right? I've got my business. I've got audios, videos, articles, weightlifting, supplements, women, all these things. And I'm constantly reading, constantly trying to develop, constantly trying to evolve. There is no way to be able to do all the stuff that I want to do. Even now I don't have time to do all the stuff I want to do. Even now when I'm ultra organized. If I wasn't organized, I wouldn't even be in the ballpark. I probably wouldn't even have this business because it's impossible to have a business when you're disorganized. When you look around and you see order, it is very easy to focus all your energy on your mission. And when you see a mess, you feel like a loser because disorganization is a loser characteristic. And when your place is messy, you can never fully relax. Okay, that's something that you're going to notice when you clean up is you're going to feel this great sense of relaxation. And I remember that the first time I really cleaned everything up, I felt like it was like the first deep breath that I could take in a long time. You're not even going to realize this now because subconsciously you're always you're always going to be a little bit irritated and not relaxed because your place is messy. You don't realize that right now, because that's just a part of your baseline level of reality. But when you clean up, you're going to see how much more relaxed you feel and how much more that mess was hampering you. For me, now if my place is even a little bit messy, if a couple things are out of order, I put those away before I do any work because I can't fully relax with that like that. Okay? And this is not to get to the point of OCD, okay? It's not to get to the point of, every piece of dust is gone and everything is arranged in the perfect proper, it's to become ultra efficient, ultra organized, but not to kill yourself worrying about things, right? If I have a girl over or whatever, I'm not going to be cleaning up as she moves something. I'm not going to be putting everything back. I'll leave my shoes out. But then when she goes home, I'll clean up, right? So it's not about making yourself crazy. It's about adding value to your life, and this adds massive value. But don't take my word for it. I want you to do it and notice the difference. And I promise you with 100% certainty, you'll notice a massive difference, and you'll never want to live a messy way again. So, number one, purge. Purge is every dictator's favorite word. Okay, when a dictator gets power, the first thing they do is get rid of everyone around them that could be a threat or oppose them in any way. And the first thing you need to do when you get power over your life and over your environment is to get rid of all the things that are standing in your way. Okay, and clutter and useless trinkets are standing in your way. You are going to be organized, you're going to be focused, and this useless hoarding of shit has to go. All right? Block off a few days and get rid of everything you haven't used in a year. That's the rule. If you haven't used it in a year, you don't need it in your life. Okay? You don't need it. Right? It's like if you're driving a car and there's a part in your car that, like every part of your car you use, right? There's no reason to have something for a year that you don't use, with some very rare exceptions. Get rid of everything that doesn't have a purpose. That's the next step. Okay? Your laptop has a purpose, but let's say you hauled a piece of wood off the street that you were thinking about making a desk of, and you put it in your garage. Someday, some way, you're going to get the time and energy, and you're going to file that into a beautiful mahogany desk that you made yourself. You'll be able to show it off to all your friends. Well, that's a fucking waste of time. Okay? Get rid of that. If you aren't using it, get rid of it. Okay? If you have no use for it this week, get rid of it. Every single thing in my place I use this week, and most of them I use every day, with the exception of clothes. Right? My clothes, I have just enough for 2 weeks. The reason is I send my laundry out once a week and I go pick it up once a week. So I need clothes for the week where half of my stuff is in laundry. And so at any given moment, I have about half of my laundry ready to go, and that tides me over for the week. And that's it. That's the only stuff I don't use every single week, is because it's at the laundromat. Or to be more specific, I'm in Thailand. It's at the woman who does my laundry. There are no professional laundromats here. You just take it to a woman who does it, basically. So anything with a future purpose that does not have a use right now is hoarding. Okay? You're hoarding. You're hoarding that piece of wood that you might use. You're hoarding that fourth set of headphones that they're really shitty and you had them 10 years ago, and just in case you lose the other 3 sets. Now get rid of all that stuff, okay? Have one thing for one task. That means get rid of all duplicates. If you have 3 laptops, okay, 2 of those have to go. You don't need 3 laptops. There's no point in having 3 laptops, all right? Unless they have specific functions, one's for your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, then it's pointless. Okay, there's no reason to have 2 pairs of scissors when one can do the job just fine. All right, so I highly recommend you check out my 200 Things Challenge. It's a video. The video is called How to Become a Hardcore Minimalist. The audio on iTunes and SoundCloud is the same name. Number 2, everything has a place. Okay, this is rule number 2. Everything you own has to have a home. Once it does, you'll never have to scramble to find, oh, fuck, where did I leave my keys? My childhood, I grew up watching my mom. Where did I leave my glasses? Will, where's my glass? She had 7 pairs of glasses, and they were always left in a different place, or keys were always being lost, on and on and on. I haven't lost my keys in over a decade. I haven't lost my wallet in more than probably a decade and a half, because it goes in the same fucking place every time. Right? I have a little shelf, has my keys, my change, my wallet, and my hat, and it goes back there every time I use it. Every time I come in, I put my stuff back in the same place. Very easy. And it's very easy to see because it's not covered in a bunch of clutter. Right? Everything goes in the same place every time. That is rule number 2. Very easy to find your wallet, very easy to find your keys, very easy to find your income tax receipts, because it's all in the same fucking place. I don't have to wonder where shit is. I just know, because that's where I left it. I left it the last time. The exact same place every time. It's so easy. And after you do it the first time, which might take a bit of effort, it is easier than leaving it somewhere else. It becomes second nature. Why would you ever put things in different places? It makes no sense. Okay? This is really easy to follow. Once you're done with something, just put it back where it goes. Number 3, and this is stuff you can find more on how to organize your life. I break this down even deeper. Do your laundry, your cleaning, and your garbage weekly. Without doing laundry and cleaning consistently, your newly organized place will be messy and disgusting within weeks. So it's not enough just to organize once. It has to become your lifestyle. It's just like why 90% of people fail on diets is because they don't embrace fitness as a lifestyle. They think, okay, I just have to get through this diet, then I can go back to eating what I want. That's not how it works. Okay, you can't just go really hard on getting organized and then assume that you're just going to be organized forever. You have to make it a lifestyle. Like, you're going to do this consistently forever, right? And the best way to do all this is you might have to take your garbage out every other day or every day, depending on how much you use. But the best way is have someone do it for you, okay? I send my laundry out. I have someone come clean my place every week. To me, the cost is very much worth it because I hate doing that stuff. I hate chores to the 10th power. Okay, if you don't mind doing it, then that's fine. But I love having the extra 4 or 5 hours of not having to do that shit because I can write part of a new article or I can do other chores that need to be done. But, the better I do in business, the more valuable my time becomes, right? And you got to think the same way. If you're struggling for money, okay, you're going to have to do it yourself. I did at one point, but once you get comfortable, that's the first stuff you should start outsourcing. The quality of life, instead of buying a new watch every couple months or new whatever, outsource quality of life stuff like that, and it makes your life so much easier. Okay, but if you can't afford that, schedule all your chores on one day and do them consistently. So all my chores are on Sunday, and all you have to do is schedule, okay, put it in your Wunderlist app, laundry, garbage, cleaning on Sunday, plus whatever else you have to do, and then it gets done. You set the reminder, and it's beautiful. Check out my article, How to Organize Your Life, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com, on how to do that, as well as the audios and videos on that stuff, all of which you can find on my YouTube channel or on my SoundCloud channel or on my iTunes channel. I'm all up in your internets. Okay? The only exception to the taking out garbage once a week is if you eat a lot at home, and especially if you eat vegetables. I have to take out my garbage once a day now, every day, because I do juicing. So I put vegetables through the juicer, and then you throw out the remnants. And vegetables fucking stink, even if you have them out for one day. Like, used up vegetables that have been through the juicer are gonna fucking stink. So I gotta take the garbage out every morning, right? That's the most you should be doing. Okay. At one point in time, when I ate most of my meals out and I didn't do juicing back home in Toronto, I could afford to just put everything in a big garbage bag and take it out once a week. Now I got to do it once a day, but that's the most, right? That's not very hard. Just schedule it in your Wunderlist app, Garbage once a day or once a week, whatever it is you have to do. That's point number 3. And finally, this is the last point, number 4. Clean your food and your dishes right away. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the dishwasher. The dishwasher is the place where dishes go not to get done. It's okay, I put it in the dishwasher, I did well. But then, you're gonna be out of dishes. Like if you're a minimalist, you're gonna be out of dishes pretty quick. And then you gotta add that. That's another thing you gotta add to your weekly chore list, right? So you're doing laundry, you're doing cleaning, and then you're doing washing the dishes, drying the dishes. I don't like that. I just run it under some water, under some dishwashing soap, clean it right there and put it back. Makes things so much easier. You never have dishes that's soaking in the sink, and you clean up the food right away. There's nothing more disgusting than old food in the sink. That is a disgusting habit, and you got to get rid of that. So just clean the dish real quick, put it back, and it's a really easy habit to make once you do it a few times. That's it. All right. That's all you need to do to keep your place ultra organized. You've done the 200 thing challenge like I recommend. Okay. That's the hard part, getting your shit under 200 things, right? Mine's under 150, maybe even under 100 now. And that's the hard part. Now you got rid of all your stuff. Then all you have to do is just make sure it stays in the same place and do your chores, clean your food, and that's it. All right. So you just do those 4 things, and you're going to be your place is going to be consistently organized for the rest of your life. That's all you have to do. Just get rid of stuff. Everything. Have a place for everything, and always put it back. Schedule your chores weekly, and make sure you clean up after yourself when you eat right away. That's it. Thank you guys so much, as always, for listening, for watching, for reading the article, however you're getting this content. And as always, I wish you all the best in your personal development journey.